insane.
This is going to be a very tight search and destroy. I'm feeling it as well. Will it go to a round 11 or would we see a whitewash? I don't know how Chiefs are feeling after losing against, look, the team that has the player that they dropped. We shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, map number 2 here. It is winners bracket round 1. We're in the championship bracket, baby, here at CWL Sydney Open 1. Let's get into it, and we're going to be kicking things off here. Let's go over to the attacking squad as we do. It's Scrism running the OBJ, and you're already going to have one player on the far side just outside of food court, and let's have a look at how Gydra is going to be playing this.
This is exactly what we need. He's playing this map pretty much perfectly. By taking this ground, he sort of splices Chiefs sort of set up in half. So anyone that pushes up, he should be able to get a free trade here as long as he doesn't get flanked. So this should be pretty sneaky. I like the look of it. And that bomb should be going down hopefully sometime soon, but Eminence managed to put down bomb carrier just then and there.
Killer Pie is going to be moving out, and you can see he's going to be stunned up as well. Hope he's getting some shots ringing out in the middle. Gydra takes out Eminence. Lakey on Hopey as well. Now these shots are coming out. Lakey actually picked up 2, which leaves Killer Pie all alone for Prodigy. 1v3. We've already seen scenarios like this. 1 against the odds today. Can Killer Pie do the same? He does have bombs, so he's got that advantage. Shots ringing out. They're going to know exactly where he is, and he just swallows those bullets. He really took them ones like a chump, but unfortunately, 1v3, there wasn't much he could do in that scenario.
He had really, really poor ground. I think he made the right decision by going up top here, but, I mean, he basically just puts himself in a situation where he has literally no cover whatsoever, and they can just sort of jump out and contest him as they feel like it, and just lock him in there. I mean, he has bomb, but he's got to plan it. It doesn't really matter.
Prodigy, let's see what they can do on the comeback. Now, Chiefs, I think this is going to be a very, very, a very hard one for Prodigy to come back from. I really can't pick up Kyle because, wow, actually, there we go. We got 2 down already, traded out for Fate, though. Killer Pie and Scrism left against the 3 players on Chiefs, and a bomb already planted today.
I mean, if you're going to be aggressive in middle, you actually have to push it. And if you're going to be defending A, you actually have to defend it. They sent no one to A, didn't aggress middle hard enough to really stop the other team. That's pretty questionable in all honesty.
Shots ringing out from Tickets. That's going to be Eminence up there. You've got Killer Pie and Scrism both coming in. Killer Pie, he did challenge that, and he does pick up the kill there. Killer Pie drops Eminence. There we go, forcing the 1v1. Scrism versus Dean. Kyle, we're watching the movement right now. Both players need to be very careful. Scrism might catch him. He does get the shots out. Trying to get the wall bang. Doesn't quite get it. Needs the reload. This is intense. Can he get it? 1v1. He actually gets turned on there after all that damage. Whoa. That was a bit of a turnaround.
That was honestly a good, solid veteran play from Dean there. He knows the fence is wall bangable, so he just drops prone, sits behind the bricks, and forces the other player of Scrism to basically have to contest him. And Scrism second-guessed himself. He didn't push that. You don't have a choice in that sort of situation. And that's where the experience and the knowledge that comes in. So Dean absolutely dominated that gunfight. But playing slow there, and all Scrism had to do was just run at him. That's all he's good at, so why not do it?
We're going to be seeing Prodigy on the attack now. Scrism with that OBJ once again. Hopey. Slow start, kind of like what we saw in the hard point there with no kills after the first 2 rounds, trying to look for his first. He gets that nade out. Gydra working around on the unders as well. Scrism, he's just going to be looking out towards mid, moving towards A. We know that's going to be a player on the other side. Once again, that is Eminence. Shots ringing out. Eminence should be feeling pretty good. He knows where that player is. Scrism needs to be very, very careful because obviously a couple of players here do have on the other side of the map. Dean looking towards a sneak towards B in case it happens. Now we go in. Scrism, he's got the backup of Gydra. He's right next to him. You can see there Eminence expecting a plant. Shots do ring out and Eminence picks up the kill. We're going to have a look here. Who's backing him up? Killer Pie right up the back with that scope. Spots one on their headshot. And boom! There we go.
Nice.
Eminence gets dropped. Another one cross map. That one's a little wild, but he did hit the one to even things up. And once again, the bomb has been planted. Gydra sets the trap. Will it be sprung?
This is a nice little setup here from Gydra. I think Killer Pie needed to play a little bit more passive in that situation. Gydra picks up a kill, but he gets traded out in the back, and it's just going to be down to Hopey in a 1v2 with 15 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here. Hopey gets the read on the bomb planner, but Fate cleans him up very easily. I would have liked to see Hopey go a little bit slower there and just sort of just peek around from a corner first instead of just sort of YOLOing into bomb. He had time to win that, and I mean, he knew what side bomb was planted on, so why not check the other side instead of making it so difficult for himself to fight that gunfight?
Dean now 4-0 and also has the Scarab and 250 away from the Trinity Rocket after only 3 rounds, all 3 of which have gone to the Chiefs, which is obviously going to be huge for later rounds.
Yeah, I'd just like to point out as well that they've got Scrism carrying bomb. I don't understand that. Scrism should be their aggressive player making kills. Put Hopi or one of the guys like Gydra on bomb carrying, basically. Yeah, they should be able to clutch up and know when to plant, because I doubt Scrism has the experience in getting these bombs down.
Eminence moving out here. He's got the support of his team going for that fast plant. Decides to check the sides instead, but you can see as he spotted that other player who's going to be dropped. Oh, shaky shots from Lakey. Let's see if he can recover. He's just going to be holding the fort down behind the fences. Fate, he does pick up bomb, working back. Lakey, he does have that FTL jump ready for when he wants to use that, but as you can see, all the battling taken down. Dean is actually going to spot Killer Pie, who was working his way around. So we've got Dean and Lakey in a 2v2 versus Hopi and Gydra, and they're both sticking together here. Lakey's actually going to be wrapping around onto Gydra. Will he spot him just inside the fences? They actually don't. This is going to be crazy. Gydra, where's he going to make the move? He actually hangs out there. Lakey, he's going to be over on the van. Let's see what he can do. And look at this. It all slows down. Will they spot each other? He's just around the corner. Lakey's surely going to be spotted, and indeed he does. Gydra picks up the kill. That's going to leave Dean all alone in a 1v2, and he needs to stay alive. He's only 50 away from that Trinity rocket.
Yeah, this is really important for Dean to pick up a kill here. There's 2 players left up. There's 20 seconds left. He's absolutely not going to be able to get this plant. He just needs to work these streaks. I don't necessarily agree with him just sprinting around the map like this. I think he needs to slow things down, make sure he has gun up, and just sort of know that like he's got bomb down on that bomb side. One of his teammates would have called it out, and Gydra and the rest of the Chiefs, the rest of the Prodigy players are going to be set up camping that bomb.
I don't know why he's challenging here. It was lucky that it was the very last second. That was...
Yeah.
He stayed alive, Kyle, but that was an unnecessary risk.
It was so risky. Every single play, just the way he was moving around the map as well. I think this could be some nerves starting to get to the guys at Chiefs right now.
With the advantage they had, a 3-0 lead, there's no way he should be risking streaks like that. Nevertheless, he stayed alive. Let's have a look and see how Prodigy are going to attack this one. And instead of Scrism running the bomb, they must have heard you, because now it's Gydra moving towards that B plant, and the Chiefs are expecting it. Fate, he's going to be training towards that window nade, bringing out, and he does even hit some wall bangs here. No one down just yet. Lakey, again, he's going to be hiding up just inside of silos. Spots a couple of players, one including in the window. Now a wrap happening towards A. As you can see here on your mini-map, all 4 players, bottom right here for Prodigy Esports, going to be wrapping around that way, and they're already over on A.
That was a pretty big error from whoever that was from Chiefs. From Prodigy, that jumped out of blue. Like, he could have just walked low and not been spotted behind that fence, and basically just announced to Chiefs that, hey, we're rotating to the other bomb site.
Gydra also pushed out there while he was bomb carrier. Luckily, it is picked up by Hopi, but he's in a very aggressive position, forced into this engagement, and luckily for him, he picks up Eminence. Now we've got a 3v3. Hopi looking to plant, but Fate, he sets the trap, takes up Killer Pie. They're going to be traded out. Lakey as well is going to be looking for this defuse as Prodigy do get that plant down. Hopi, Scrism up against the lone Lakey. Lakey needs to get 2 and the defuse. Let's see what he can do. 30 seconds left. Chiefs up 3-1 so far. This is going to be a big round for Prodigy if they can hold it. Lakey just as big for him as well if he can somehow clutch this round.
No, I don't have a lot of faith in Lakey. He's been way too slow. He's sort of going way too deep. He just needs to be flying straight at these players. He just doesn't have time to fight these gunfights. I mean, hope he's going to be sitting back on the other side of the map based on where the bomb has been planted.
Giving away some free points in that round. Prodigy feeling a little bit better, and Scrism definitely feeling good as well as he cleans up Lakey at the end of that one. As you can see there, 4 kills now. Same for his teammate Gydra as your scores 3-2. And Prodigy, what was looking like a whitewash of 3-0, are now coming back in this S&D. Again, they are 1-0 in this series, and a vital series it is as winners bracket round 1. There's only going to be 3 rounds in the winners bracket in this format, this 16-team double elimination bracket. 20 teams actually if you include the open bracket teams that came through. So let's have a look here and see how this one plays out. Eminence going for the fast plant with Lakey up the back as well. Eminence actually got dropped, but not before he got the bomb down. So that's still an alright play. As you can see, these players basically trained against each other. I just want to quickly, if I may, jump over to Hopi. He's mid-map, but just the way he's routed through tunnel and then just having a look at unders, he's in an interesting position here to move out with his teammates here, Gydra and Killer Pie as well, and a 3v2 scenario versus Fate and Dean.
Yeah, Hopi's player there, he just actually jumped over the doorway and just baited both of Fate and Dean out of the bomb site into more awkward ground here. That was a really excellent play from Hope. It looks like it's going to come down to a 1v1 Hopi versus the man of Fate. This is the guy that basically dropped him, and he loses the gunfight. That's disappointing.
That is pretty disappointing indeed, but good for Chiefs to turn that around as Prodigy were just gaining their momentum. Dean and Fate getting shots on this final player and are now 2 rounds away from tying up this series.
Just then, I just noticed that Hobie contested when he was weak. I know he had to be aggressive there, but he could have waited just that couple of seconds just to get his health back to actually fight that fight effectively.
I just want to see who's picking up bomb here, and it will be Gydra once again.
Good
Killer
choice.
Pie. We're going to be following him as well as he's got that NV4. Now, this should be Gydra and Scrizz making their move towards bomb. Shots ringing out towards mid as that's where Dean's going to be. Dean, is he getting aggressive? He's going to be getting shots out towards that player in tickets, and he does pick up the kill. That was big. Gydra still with bomb in hand, trying to make his way under bridge. His teammate Scrizz goes down. He doesn't have the support right here. Spots one in the corner, needs to turn left immediately. Instead, he's going to cost some shots in the back. He should go down, leaving Hopey only one alive against Lakey and Dean, who both also have their rigs. Going to have a Centurion here and Lakey with that FTL jump. Still, let's have a look at Hopey and see how he plays this 1v2 scenario.
As soon as his teammate died there, Hopey just sprang into play. I think this is what he lives for, these 1v2 clutches. He's being very decisive here. I like his aggression, though he is sort of putting himself in a little bit of awkward position here, knowing that probably the Chiefs players are going to be grouped up like they should be.
This should be easy pickings for the Chiefs. They know exactly where he is, and Hopey caught against a rock and a hard place. Lakey and Dean, excellent teamwork here and great communication. As you can tell, Hopey, he could still pull off a miracle. As you can see, 20 seconds left. It is going to be very, very tough. He needs the 2 kills, spots one, doesn't get it. He gets dropped, and now Chiefs 1 round away from winning this S&D here on Throwback.
I think Hopey's going to be a little bit frustrated with these plays. I know Chiefs, I've noticed that Chiefs have some pretty bad grouping. I mean, in these clutches, all you really need to do in a 2v1 is stand together and you're guaranteed to trade a kill. I mean, you're not going to be sitting in a place where you can get basically just sandwiched and spit roasted. It's just not going to happen. And I think that's what caught Hopey off guard there. They really spread out and just sort of made things awkward for him.
Eminence here once again, going to be the bomb carrier, and they make a standard push towards B. I want to watch this one from the defender's point of view. Killer Pie, shots ringing out. You're going to have Hopey here as well. Let's just watch Killer Pie and how he works this one. You're going to have, I believe, Gydra working alongside him, and here you can see, was it Killer Pie? It was actually Hopey out with this Scarab. He does get a shot, but he knows the bomb's going down, which is obviously going to be vital information. Active camo ready for Eminence, but he gets dropped. Lakey's going to be right back on statue. Fate's going to be inside tickets. Prodigy with the advantage here. Fate's got some shots ringing out as Hopey gets taken down. Gydra going to be defending this bomb area as well as Dean gets dropped. Scrizz, Gydra, Killer Pie, they're up against Lakey and Fate from the Chiefs. They need this one to stay alive. Can Lakey close it out? He picks up one, forces a 2v2 scenario. Shots ringing out. They know exactly where he is. His teammate gets dropped. Lakey, 1v2 to clutch up the victory here against the Chiefs. Obviously ahead by 3. They can afford to lose this one. Uses the FTL, gets the defender.
He clutched it. He absolutely clutched it. What a boss usage of FTL. That was absolutely amazing.
I am dumbstruck, and just because of that one FTL play, it is going to be the Chiefs wrapping it up 6 rounds to 2. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you utilize the FTL jump.
FTL stands for faster than light, or does it mean freaking timing?